All right, guys. Let me see if this stream is okay. I'll make sure I'm not missing anything here because the last time this was cracking bad. What the fuck? Jay, you trying to applying? I'm gonna get to that in a second. All right, let me pin this one there. Hey, what's up, guys? All right, so again, I'm live trading in the white section right here. And pretty much in a trade right now. How much I was up today? $200 back to 1,000, I guess. Anyways, guys, all right. So we're looking at GBP USD coming back down here. All right. Oh, let me minimize all my windows. So we're looking at GBP USD coming back down here. I want to make sure my stream is good. Okay, everything is good. All right. Yep. Okay. So I got distracted. I was trying to check if everything is all right. All right, GBP USD, we're expecting one last drop right here. But again, let's go straight to trade view. Let's see what's going on. All right, let's see what's going on there. Oh, okay. I gotta move this one out. Yeah, come on. All right. So on trading view right here, so if you see what's going on, wait, am I lagging? Am I lagging? Oh no, I'm not supposed to be lagging. The fuck. Anyways, all right. So we are expecting GBP/USD to come down back here. Since we haven't even wicked out again. What we're looking for every single day, right? We're looking for a sweep of the London high or London low. If we get rejected back up, we can go up, like we can long. We can do that, right? I mean, like if GBP/USD kind of like sweep this London low right here, come back down and reject instantly. Now we're gonna consider that trade invalidated, and since that's not gonna pretty much on GBP/USD right now, that's not gonna be an invalidation, right? Because now we have the 200 EMA right here. So an invalidation is sweeping this low right here, then coming back and fixing up both this baseline right here. That's going to be where the invalidation is. If that doesn't happen, we can't do anything. We're going to keep holding it. We think it's going to feel back down. And again, from the 4-hour side of things, now this is the phase we are in right now. We are currently in a corrective phase, and the corrective phase looks like this. So this is a corrective phase, the impulse leg. Now this is also a corrective phase. Now we're expecting another impulse leg right now. So since we are currently trading below the red line right here, now we are looking at the 4-hour correcting down, back down to the key zone right here, right? So again, if you look at this low right here to this eye, this is what the 50% is going to look like. We can go ahead and double check that to make sure we're not saying nonsense right here. So, I mean, like, I'm a fan of Fibonacci, sorry, but again, I just kind of so this is where the 50% is. So this is the minimum price objective, right? So that's the first thing you want to always look at, the minimum price objective, That's what you have to look at. So again, I'm not even aiming for the 50% leg, right? I'm aiming for the top of the key zone, the overshoot or undershoot levels. That is what I'm looking at. All right, guys. So I'm not really. So we should like TP is pretty much guaranteed on this one. So if you still want to take this, it is something you can still do something like this. All right, and take this play right here. You can still put that above the London high right here and stretch all this and stretch this all the way back down to like not even the 50%, but maybe the key zone exactly, right? And that's still gonna give you around 2 hour right there. Or you could just take your profit at 1.5, So that is still gonna be a pretty much, good play right there. So let's look at EU. EU should be looking down as well, should be giving that sort of, down movement. Okay, so exactly what we're saying. So EU does still have that down movement, but again, when we have a play like this, I think EU should go all the way back down. But let's look at what DXY is doing, because we have to. Okay, good. So now today we are not giving up our position until we go up here. All right. So we're giving up our position until we go up right here, until we touch pretty much the PDL, right? PDH, sorry, which is the previous daily high. So that's kind of like what I'm looking at on DXY. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking at on DXY. And Yeah, that's it. If this one's gonna go up, then E is gonna go down, then USCHF is gonna go up, right? I was in on USCHF play. I think it's a pretty good play as well. I gotta go look at my other big account there. Maybe I can add something on this because since G is already running in profit, I mean, it's something we can actually do though. It's something we can actually do. So what I'm gonna do right now, maybe I'm gonna take. Let's look at what USCHF is looking like on this one. All right, USCHF kind of like around here. I think we can do something like this. I think I can do something like this. Even though I don't want to. All right, even though I don't really want to. I'm gonna shoot at the undershoot levels. And what is that? What is this? Oh no, I'm not trying to use 750, bro. I'm trying to use 250 here. So this could get like just maybe we can get an extra $300. Okay, let's take this. I'm gonna take this, but this is risky though. If you're in on G already, if you're not leveraging your entire equity to play this, you should definitely open on this one. Yeah, so I think this is just it. This is an intraday play. I think if New York's really kicks in right now, I think this is gonna go straight up. That's what I think though. Yeah, I think because again, like if you look at it, right, we're on the buy side right here. So I think the worst case scenario right now, if you even look at the daily, if you look at the 4-hour things, we are looking at USHF coming out kind of like coming up here. Let me see if I'm not tripping. Oh, okay, that's still the eye I was hoping for. Let me see. I might be aiming for too much, but that's just the nest on. That's just the nest keys on anyways. So I mean, like but again, I'm supposed to be protecting my stop right here, guys. I'm supposed to be protecting my stop right here, but I'm trying to snipe at this. This is not a sniper, but it's still a sniper though, because now this trade could extend all the way up here, but I don't believe that because if you look at DXY, I feel like this way is just gonna kind of like go up here and come back down. Honestly speaking, I think this is still gonna. I think it's just gonna go up, right, and reject back down instantly. I think that's the play. I think that's the play because right now on the weekly, I don't know. I don't want to say it's going to reject back down, but again, I'm not trying to predict here, right? I'm trying to follow. All right. So that's the thing. I think maybe we can extend all the way up here. Maybe we can, maybe yeah. Okay. Good. So we have a target right here. So DXY could potentially be touching the daily, baseline right here. So that could be it. That could be a potential play. So we're still looking at something massive. And if you look at, so here, when you look at, what is that? EU sort of looks good, but EU, oh my God. EU still looking. So I think we can have worst case scenario, a pullback here, then a drop, right? A pullback to this red line, then we'll drop. But I don't like the fact that, I don't know. I think, I'm generally thinking, what, maybe EU could actually pull back here, make a new high. But looking at the daily, because we're sitting perfectly on the 30 EMA on the weekly right here. And if we can fix below somewhere here, let me see that. So if we can fix below this baseline right here, or we can fix below the EMA cloud right here, I think it's game over, right? I think it's gonna keep selling all the way down. So even not late, I think it's gonna keep selling all the way. So that would mean we are looking like, so taking this entry right here, taking this entry on CHF right here, right? This entry could be like, you could drive this all the way up right here and using a sniper entry, right? Because we already put our stop loss right here. So you could be looking at, potential 3-4 hour right there. Right. Again, we have the upper band right here on the 8 hour right here. On the 6 hour, is it 6 or 8? Okay, 8 hour right here. So we have the upper band right here. So we could still extend there, a little bit there. So that could be a potential target right there. All right. Let's see, I gotta grab something right here. So that could be a potential target there. I think I'm gonna win this trade though. I think I'm gonna win this trade. So if I do win this trade, how much am I gonna be making? We're gonna be at $1,700. I really hope this trade wins though. I really hope this trade wins. You know, we're just going by the intraday formula right here. All right. So if you look at this, while we're going up on here, so Asian section, London section, all the way down right here. Come on, give me a think line. All right, down right there. So pretty much the pattern we're looking for today is a continuation pattern. All right, it is a continuation pattern. So we don't want to get caught up. All right, as soon as things start to reject aggressively back down, I don't think we want to be there. $173, 160. That is good. So I think I'm not looking to trade gold today. Gold. Let's see what gold is doing. All right, again, as usual, we shot it from here on Friday, all the way down, but I closed it, because I'm like, I don't want to hold two trades over the weekend. And again, we're currently at a spot where we don't want to be at, this is this spot right here. So if I would say anything right here, I would say we should be shorting gold right now. All right. So it should be a stop loss right here. Okay. So when you put your stop loss right there, watch for a close above this level right here. So a close above this level, you don't have to take a full loss. But if you're right, you might be riding this straight all the way down, guys. So like you might be riding it all the way fucking down. So it's something you can do, since we're expecting DXY to go up anyways. So that's what you can do. But I'm not going to be trading gold passively. I should be. Oh, wait. Oh my God. I forgot to enter the trade on my other account. No, did I enter USHF? Oh, okay. I'm in on USHF right here. Oh, thank God. Oh, shit. I thought I missed that for a second there. It is crazy, guys. It is crazy. Like, this shit I'm telling you guys, it is priceless, to be honest. There's so many ways you can do it. You can flip with this. You can do crazy shit with this. But I'm not going to try to do aggressive flip because, that definitely has a low win rate, and I don't want to have a low win rate. I mean, like, if you notice, like, since I stopped adding to the trade aggressively, I sort of like, I would chill trading, and I've been following my rules and stuff. And it's just easier to close a trade when you're wrong if you kind of like, not super aggressively, Let's see what's gonna happen here. So, like I said, you guys could take this. You could go back. You could go back and see what I said here. You could take this play right here. Even better play right now for those who haven't taken it yet. You could take this. I mean, trading is all about risk, but we're already perfectly setting up on the 4-hour right here. So this is a very, very good trade. 1 to 1.5. If you put $1,000 on a profit right there, you make it $1,500. Making $1,500 in a day is not easy money, bro. It's not easy money. I mean, maybe down, go up, but I don't know. Do we have any news today? Oh my God, dude. Oh my freaking God. How many news do we have? Okay, let me come on Microsoft. Okay, so. Yeah, that's into the USD right here. We have NZD, we have NZD, we have NZD, we have GBP USD. I'm looking for DXY. Oh, sorry. Okay, on Thursday, is that when we have it? What do we have on Thursday? We have unemployment claims, flash manufacturing, services, Fed forward speaks. Nah, I don't really think there's much though. But again, like I said, guys, it is game over. Like If EU can fix below this level right here, it is game over, bro. Like it is down. Let's see. Let's put some music on. And put some background song right here. Uh, right. So let's see how today goes. Let's see how today goes. If we're gonna make it. What is your study doing? For those who are trading US study, do we have a divergence on this low? Between this low right here, so this low and this low. I gotta confirm that. No, so no divergence right there. So what I would be expecting right now is very, very simple, right? It's got like, one more leg to the downside. So yeah, I would be expecting one more leg to the downside. So in case I don't trade US steady, but this is gonna be a good play. You could put your stop loss somewhere around here, and take this play all the way down. Why? Because we're pretty much expecting, maybe it's gonna sweep out this high right here, this low right there on the 4-hour though. So that's another thing right there, I don't trade US steady, but that would be a play I would take because again, we're apparently, tapping the London high and the 200 EMA on the 15-minute. And we are kind of like in a corrective structure on the 4-hour. So we could be looking at the completion of that leg. That could be possible. But again, put your stop loss above the Asian eye right there. Just so you put yourself in a situation where if you're wrong, you put yourself in a situation where you can reassess the situation and make a decision to either close the trade or kind of like, just maybe even add to it, but don't add to it, just let it run. All right, because if you're right, you are pretty much looking at what? You're pretty much looking at the 4-hour baseline right there, and that is around somewhere here. So that is a massive leg though. Like, let's put it on the chat. Let's put a visual on this. All right, so this is gonna be the play, right? So this is a 2-hour play, guys. This is a freaking 2-hour play. All right, so this is a play I would love to take. Like if I was trading US steady, this is a play I would love to take, guys. So that's the play. Let me put that on. For the sake of those people who are looking this. I think that is the diet. Let me put it a little bit more. Let's do 2-hour right there. Yeah, I think let's do this. I think this is going to be something you do. But again, I want to get notified when this is, going up here. And I want to get notified if this go below the PDL. So I'm gonna put oh my god, I'm so shit at typing, bro. Anyways, that's it. Let's see, JU is to 9. JU is at 10 right now. JU is at 11. I can't even see my balance. Okay, we're at 180 right now. JU at 11. USH at 0.7, 0.5. Okay, that's going up. What is gold doing? Gold going up? Oh, it's not. But think about this, right? Think about this like this. Gold is currently trading below the PDH. So we should be looking at a downward movement right here, regardless. I'm put your stop loss above. But when we fix above the PDL and PDH back up, like when we close above the PDH, you close the trade. That is how it is. Then when this would cross, like, let me show you. So this is it, right? You can take the trade right now and write this all the way down to the, right here to the Asian low, right? Now, if you open this trade, your stop loss stays here. This is pretty much a 1-2 play. Now, the moment this closes above the PDH, this is where you lock up the profit. So if you were even risking $1,000 here, you lock up $500 or $40 here, but you're trying to make it $2,000 in one fucking day. All right, there it is. Why is USD for rejecting? Well, we are 0.2. We're pretty much floating between $180, $200. This shit should be massive though. I know. Why is but again, like, I feel like USHF kind of like is even one of the most perfect setup that we have today. But intraday wise, I can't really say that, you know. But on the 4 hour side of things, the 4 hour candle is so good right now. It is so good. Like it could literally pierce this eye right here easily. I feel like it's so good, and we're just looking at what? We're looking at pretty much a 21 pips play to the upside. Come on. You tell me you're not gonna do that? You're gonna fuck me instead? No, I don't think so. Maybe. I mean, we're gonna take the loss regardless, but it's what it is. But we cannot not take that. We have to take it regardless. I promise when I get it $1,700, I'm gonna be risking $100 a day so I can take multiple trades. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. I had a great weekend. So fired up. Let's see. Let's go. Oh, I was gonna watch my shit. Let me see. Let's go. Oh, I was gonna watch my shit. Let me see. Let's go. Oh shit. It's in the mic. I just wanted to make sure the stream is good. Oh, come on, USHF, come on. You have to reject back. We have to get above the London eye right here. I think that's when we know we're safe. We have to really get above that London eye. We really need to get above London eye. What is it you doing? I don't think EU can, even looking at EU, EU cannot go up like this. I don't think it can. I don't think it should. But once we do this, we're fucked. Once we go above this level right here, we are fucked. So we should not do that. What is happening? Why is it rejecting massively? Oh, nothing but the USHF is rejecting like hell. I don't know why he's dragging my position down so much though. I don't have a lot on it. I don't have a lot on it. Why is it dragging my shit down? Oh. What is AU doing? Are you looking short? AU's looking massively short, bro. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm I'm going to teach you guys, one important lesson, like, when trading intraday, because I see a lot of people, I think a lot of people don't really enjoy swing that much. But as for me, I would always do swings, but maybe I might not show that online anymore because it's not, I don't think anybody want to see that. But anyways, it's just difficult to handle, it's really just difficult to handle. I understand, especially when you're playing a small balance. So we have a high right here and we have another high right here. So on Friday, right? We shorted this, but this didn't work out. I mean, you just have to assume because, to understand what's going to happen today, you have to understand what did we do on Friday? All right. On Friday, we shorted this, right? But instead of getting a follow through all the way down, what happens when Monday comes in? Asian did one more leg up. Now, usually when you have a failed NY section like this, where, when we have like, the pattern, like the M formation, right? With a divergence, right? And we braid to the upside on the London high and we reject back in. This is kind of rejected back in. So this could have been your trade right here, stop loss and take profit. Yeah, maybe you could have made some money here. But again, when we have a setup like this should go down massively. But if this didn't do this and kind of like, did like, let's say 1 to 1.2 or 1.3 or something and start reject back down and Asian come in and take out the high, which is the previous London high, like previous daily high, right? And this happens like this. Now, usually you should short like right away from where we, close below the red line. Usually you should short right away without thinking. But again, if you don't want to do that, you can wait all the way out and when you wait for the near section, all right? So usually if we go below the baseline and you see this red line, look at this red line right here. Do you see this red line? So, and this prints and let you know that, well, we are trading below the baseline and the conversion line and anything like that. Now, that's your cue to short this all the way fucking down. Now, what you're looking right here, guys, you're looking at AUD/USD with a potential of what? Coming back down right here. So think about it. Like if you take this play right now, you could take this play right now, put it at the previous daily high. Now drag this all the way down to even the low right here. I'm not even talking about this one right here. I'm talking about the low, the recent low that we're supposed to take out. Like this one right here, that's 1 to 1.8. But if you have to look at where price needs to get to, which is the what? 800 EMA. That is what? 3 to 3.2, right? Now, this kind of play is going to work out. Honestly speaking, it is going to work out. But again, you have to keep in mind, when we get to the PDL right here, all right, PDL, previous daily low, it's going to want to pull back. Now, this is going to be where you want to have to the trade. If you want to fleet, this is where you're going to do it. All right. So if you want to fleet, like, let this go. If this pull back, add to the trade on this pullback and let it go. So you can literally have a 1 to 1.6 or 7 hour just doing this. Do you understand? Because now, what's the formation right here? We had an impulse leg, corrective leg, divergence, all the way back down. So now you cannot trade this on the intraday and say, okay, good. The phase we're in was a corrective leg. Now we're gearing for an impulse leg down to the downside, right? So that's how you have to look at it. Now, if you can catch that wave like this, and especially with the intraday giving you a clear pattern of what, this is what we're looking for, and this is the down move, you already, like, it's game over, guys. So this is how you think, like, this is how you think. I'm going to continue to do this every single day, but I think I don't like the quality of the live. I think it's kind of like, because I'm doing this live and I'm not getting the strongest connection when I'm streaming live. So I don't know. Maybe I'm going to do it. I'm going to start doing it on the Discord. I'm going to open it for everybody. Maybe I'm going to have some TR laced some stuff because I want to have like, profit side too as well. So everybody can kind of like, make money. And we can come on the live section every single time. I feel like I perform the best when I'm actually speaking, rather than kind of like, being in my room and doing what's not. I tend to like, make not the best decision, especially when I know that people are copying me. I just want to like, get things done quickly. But if I'm live now, I'm in control and I'm, looking at what people are saying and stuff. So I think I'm more controlled that way, right? Now we are at 260, that should work out though. So anyways, okay, sorry. So yeah, guys, that is literally it. You can see that is going down. And I think this is going to continue to go down all the freaking way. I will tell you this, if you guys understand the way I trade, like the intraday, not even the swing side of things, if you understand how I trade this intraday, right, you're going to have a easy life. I promise you, you will not have a job in the next 3 or 4 months. I promise you that ass. Like, I can't trade FTMO, but if you can't trade FTMO and you understand how I do this every single time, like, I promise you in 3 to 4 months, you will not have a job again. I promise you. right? Because all you have to do, you're going to have one trade a day. And even if it's going to fail, you're going to be able to see that quickly, because it's not something that kind of like, I just kind of like, come on here and kind of like, make up. It's something I literally like, show you guys. And yeah, after this over the years, I used to make like $1,000 a day, like 100% $1,000 a day. $8,000 every single day when I come on, like when I trade, I think, was it like, even 4 years ago on 400,000, I used to make $1,000 a day. I used to have like, 16K payout, 20,000, but like consistently. When you do stuff like consistently, like I used to do it, and this was it. And even back then, I never even like, had confidence with it, like with 4-hour or any higher time frame stuffs. Like I was just straight up on empty food directly. That I was not looking at it. 4-hour, I was just playing the 50-minute intraday plays. That's just it. And back in the days, like what I would wait for is, this is the Asian boss, right? And what I would literally like, my best play is gonna be like, I'm looking for information and another double top. Like I'm looking for like 3 highs that all is like, end up leading to like, it diverges like this, right? The 3 highs kind of like, look like this. So when I have this, it could be Lana section. It could be exactly the New York section. When you have this, when you play into this and put your stop loss high, you're always going to get 1 to 1 or 1 to 1.2 or 1 to 1.5. So every single day I was making $1,000 a day, guys. $8,000 a day. And I could remember that time. The last time I did it was I made $20,000, and that was when Funny Dollar didn't pay me the entire $20,000. They paid me $2,500, and that was when Funny Dollar eventually closed. So yeah. And over the years, I've refined this, I've understood this, I've learned to use this with flipping. The last time I had a coaching section with a guy, I think was it 3 years ago or so, or 4 years ago, I was teaching this guy the same stuff, and I was trading USD ZAR at the time. And on the stream right there, I aggressively played, just kind of like, I was trying to prove a point, but maybe it could have been a lucky shot, but it ended up working out. And that's what flipping is. It's not lucky shot, but it's that I followed something I know that if we have these 3 eyes, this is what you have to flip on. All right, this is what you flip most of your trades. Like if you see this, take it. Just stack it. Make sure your stop loss, even like maybe you can even get your stop loss like super tight right this. Just tap it in. So this kind of trade could net to like 3, 4, 5 out like that. Like literally like that. So I promise you, if you understand what I'm doing right here, you go watch like, the past trends. You can watch like on Friday when I even called out the US steady play. I mean, I've called out another gold play today. I've called out another US steady play. I've called out, 80 USD play, like, the full play right here. I've got everything out. You can see how I did that, and the breakdown on the breakdown from intraday point of view, right? So if you look at that, you're gonna be making $8,000 a day every single fucking time. And if you know pass account, when you understand that, now you know how you need to risk to kind of like get funded really quickly. All right, and I understood that, and that is why I was able to leverage that on FTMO, and that eventually got me banned. Because when I lose on some patterns that I didn't really have the 3 legs, fine. But when those patterns, when this pattern come in, I load it like hell. So I make shit tons of money on that. And FTMO could see that it is one-sided bet. Like, regardless of how I want to turn it or twist it, it is still a one-sided betting. So yeah, guys, it is like that. I promise you guys, learn this one, you are not gonna have a job 3 to 4 months from now. 100%. Even if you do this on your personal account, if you do this on your profit account, you're not going to have a job, because life is going to be so easy. And then sometimes you eventually get tired of the intraday plays that sometimes you just want to take 4-hour entries. And over the years, I've been like that. I've been kind of like, switching. If I want to have fun, I come to intraday and I kind of like, make money every single day, or lose money every single day, or have, 4 or 5 stop losses per day sometimes. But that's matter. But because I come there because I want to have fun, right? But if I don't want to have fun, I just really want to make money, and I don't want to care. I don't want to have to work. I don't want to feel like I'm working. I stay on the I stay on the higher time frame and I swing the shit out of it, right? I put my stop loss big, and I just kind of like, put like, instead of using $1,000 like I would be using if I was trading intraday, I would use like $3,000, right? Because it's I'll put my stop loss here, then my exit here. So I just wait a couple of days to make $3,000, and in a month I could make $8,000, I could make $7,000, and I'm good. I'm good. Do you understand? So that is it. That is literally just it, guys. So just master this. I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna open the community site on the Discord where everybody can just come in, interact, and learn from each other. But first, I want to really make sure people come on understanding how I actually trade. So I'm going to create a course, which is going to be free for everybody. So when you come in on the Discord, you understand how this works, you learn it, and being on the Discord, you can actually kind of like, start putting in the work, and I'm going to be there to assist you. Everybody's going to be there to assist you. So, then we move from there, right? So that's my goal. My goal is to have a lot of people trading like this every single day and making money, and knowing trading is not that difficult, and to understand where it gets difficult. And it gets difficult when you try to want to flip, and because you cannot constantly do flipping, because most of my videos, I say it every single time. Sometimes it costs me like 5 stop loss, to get a massive flip. So maybe that 5 stop may not be. So some of my plays that will get like $100 or $200, like $2,000, may have cost me $1,000, right? So that could have been a 1-to-1. Do you understand? But the thing is that it still works, and sometimes it might be the first trial. But again, I just have to be raw with you guys there. That is where trading gets difficult. But again, I understand that. I'm not trying to sell anything, but I'm just showing you guys that, look, this is how it is. That is how it is. Like, this is possible. This is a skill set. So how you going to use it is up to you. That's just it. That is just it. I have never put money in a demo account and try to kind of showcase it like it's a real. No, I've never done that. Never. I'm not supposed to pay my bills with that. I'm not supposed to pay my bills. So that's why regardless, you can see any stop loss is not really a problem. Like, it was, if you hit a stop loss, you come back. I'm not supposed to give up because I hate a stop loss. Oh, we're at 280 up here. 940. Okay. Look at that. Look at that spike. I didn't even see that spike. And this is a trade we just took on the stream, by the way, so in case you missed it. I'm already up $1,500 on here. Oh no, I'm up $2,900 freaking dollars, bro. That is so fucking crazy here. That is so crazy. If I hit this, that is $6,000 a day. I mean, I did risk nicely on there. That is a $6,000 a day, bro. And if we hit it here, this is gonna be a $17,000 trade. This is $1,700 trade live account, bro. And this is with $100. No, I think it was $150. I don't even know what we started with on this account. I think you can look at the bash stream and see. I break it down every single time. But this is it. Like, this is it. You don't make $20 a day, do you? At a job, you don't make that, bro. Like, that's the thing. Like, no, profits are good. Like, profits are really, really genuinely good. But I feel like if you can control your live account and you move to a prop firm, you are gonna make shit tons of money on there. I mean, like, prop firm, I see prop firm like a place where beginners that are already profitable, right, can now scale to like $10,000 a month income. It's not going to happen every day. Let me tell you that. It's not going to happen every month. So that's because you can make $20,000 on a prop firm doesn't mean you're going to be able to do that every month. No, I can guarantee you that when you start leveraging prop firms and you are a profitable trader, even if you're a profitable trader, guys, like every single year, and this has been happening for the past 4-5 years. My year with prop firm when I was going back to back was that maybe 2 months out of the entire year, I made 40 bands or 50 bands. And that never come again. Maybe the rest of the year is going to be like $10,000 profit, $5,000, $2,000, stuff like that. Mentally preparing yourself for that is going to save you a lot. But that doesn't mean you're not profitable. No. There's going to be some time like you just kind of like in the rhythm, like you are in that flow, you are in that energy that you are just eating it back to back to back to back. Like you're saying things clearly, you're keeping in control, you're cutting your loss faster. And there's going to be some times that you're just down, maybe something like that. You're just down, and you can't really react, you can't react as fast as you normally would. There's some days like that. Some of my losses, when I look at it, I'm like, I could have avoided these losses I mean, like, this losses could have been avoided, but I was just not in that spirit, like, to quickly exit the trades. Like, there was no motivation, you know? So it happens like that. Sometimes I just want to see my stop loss get tacked out so that I can go to bed. Sometimes you feel like that. You know, you have those feelings, like, you know, random feelings every single fucking time. Do you understand? And that would always happen if you're not running trading as a business. You know, like maybe you got a firm, maybe you are managing other people's money, or maybe you got a service that you provide to people. And if you're just in your room, in your house, home office, in trading, you're gonna have those days. You're gonna have that. 100%. You're gonna have that. Do you understand? Everyone understood that. Like every single pro trader that I know, they understood that. And that's why they sell you a service. Like that's why they always do that. And it's not bad. Because doing that, like, you know, putting yourself in a way, in a situation where they are responsible for other people, kind of like, you know, gets them in line, gets everybody in line, you know? Yeah, makes extra money, you know, scalable, understand? Like, you know, they're trying to scale their income. But again, it's a skill, right? So scaling their income, it's not supposed to be a crime. So yeah. Like, that is it. So except you're running trading as a business, then you can have those consistent plays. Like, you know, every single month you're banging like 1% or 2%, you know, stuff like that. But again, another thing I could tell you guys that if you're not aiming for that $10,000 band a month and stuff, I would say when you are funded on a prop firm, try to like, you know, do 1 or 2 trades. Don't stress yourself. Just do 1 or 2 trades a month. Even if it's a 50-minute trade, once you have TP, like it's back-to-back 2 times in a week, stop the trade, request for withdrawal. That's just it. Do that every single time. Like, you know, get into that rhythm. Like, you know, do that every single fucking time. If you can do that every single fucking time, like, you are already a successful person. If you can limit yourself to like even withdrawing 1% or 2% plays, you are already top of like, you know, the top 1%, honestly speaking. But I cannot do that. And that is where I fuck everything up. Like, I don't know when to stop. It's kind of like, it's not normal for me to have a profit account and make $5,000 payout. And like, to me, my word, it's not normal. I don't know why. Maybe because I think I could make that on my account even without profit. So why would I get a profit and I would want to make it $5,000? But that's why you never see me take a $4,000 play. Even when I was running the Discord signal subscription, I was never taking a like $4,000 play, $4,000 profit on a 50K account. Yeah. So that should let you know the kind of sport I am when I'm trading like profit. And yeah, that should let you understand that. So, but not everybody will understand, you know? Everybody just, you know, want to call everything a scam. But if you call everything a scam, that's not my problem. You are the person who sees it as a scam. You are the one who is affected by that mindset, not me. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm constantly working myself to that spot where I think this is where I'm trying to be, you know? So if you out there thinking, I mean, I know some shit LSG does, you know, it doesn't really rhyme with me, like doesn't really, you know, make sense, but I'm not gonna say it's a scam. I'm not gonna say that. No. Yeah, I might be wrong. It's your choice to choose. Okay, do you want that kind of person to be your mentor? There are other things. I could look at LSG and be like, oh my God, this guy is a marketing genius, right? I would love to be like that guy, you know? I could think about it like that. Say life is about perspective. That is what it is. Life is always and will always be about perspective. So which one you choose will be the direction where your path will, like, you know, will be the path you walk on. Like, you know, if you think it's bad, you're gonna see first it's a bad thing, and you're never gonna be able to do anything with, you know, trading. If you see it as a good thing, regardless of whatever it is outside, and you can separate your emotion and actually, like, you know, look at what from this dude. You know, it's has to come down to that. Like, what can I really learn from this guy? Obviously, he's doing okay. I tell you what, I've never had a job in 8 years. No, never had. I have never worked for a salary in my entire freaking life. I do not know what it takes, what it looks like to have to work and get paid monthly. I have never experienced that. Never. So I can tell you that much. So you just do what you want with that information. Life is about perspective. So trust me, I'm not here making some internet money. I've not been on the internet until, like, you know, I've never been on it until, like, you know, was it 3 years ago, where I started kind of like, you know, showing trading things online. And then it just got toxic and stuff. So again, I have to deal with that. I signed up for that the moment I came online. So what are we doing, GU? Come on. US stage have already kind of like, full power. What? I mean, you should be down right now, bro. You should be touching the PDL right now. You should be touching the PDL right now, bro. What the fuck? We are 45 minutes into New Year's session, bro. Come on. What the fuck are you doing, GU? You can do it. I mean, I don't see it going up because my stop loss is kind of like somewhere around here, so no. But if you just enter the trade, you can still enter the trade, like regardless. Just put small money on it. Maybe $1,000. That would do it. That would do the job, just in case. If you get stopped out, wait for the breakdown again, and re-enter the trade. Of course, your $1,000 is going to be a $2,000 day, of course, obviously. So that's how you have to think. You have to think, okay, if I get tapped out, where am I gonna and re-enter the trade? You always have to create that point like automatically by default in your head every time you enter the trade. And sometimes I miss that as well, I don't know, but I normally would never miss that. I always have a plan B, not a plan B, but what I need to do if something happens. Like, this closes here, what do I need to do? Or if I get stopped out, what do I need to do, But in this case, I would not say you guys should close the trade even when it's going up. I would say if you put your stop loss here, let it tag stop loss, then just close. Because sometimes when you close too early, that's going to be a downfall, When you close the trade too early, you put yourself in that situation where you kind of like, so fucking kind of like you are not used to actually letting your stop loss stay. If you're not used to that, you're going to be closing the best trades quickly, and you're going to see it run massively every single time. So I think it's also a thing that you have to understand when to put yourself in a situation to close the trades early. Like if I'm taking a PDL, if I'm taking a trade from the PDL, PDH side of things, I might be looking for a break above or break below those levels. I would see that as an invalidation, I would see that as an invalidation. I would really want to get out of that kind of trades because, of course, I can't support an invalidation. The trade, why do I enter the trade? I enter the trade because it was below the PDH. Like gold right now. Let's look at gold. All right. I entered the trade because it was below the PDH, right? So if this were to close above the PDH, I don't want it. Like, I don't want it. That's just it. So do you understand that, guys? Like, that's just, I don't know which one is dragging my shit down. Oh, definitely GU, right? That's the one dragging my shit, bro. Oh my god, that was a massive pullback though. Please don't tell me. Okay. We just weak out the previous the London high right there, and we just recently rejected. But I think that's not the rejection we want to see. This is not a rejection. Like we closed nicely above it, right? But if we close anything below the baseline here, we have to exit the trade. We should not look for any confirmation at all. If we close below this level right here, close the damn trades, bro. Close the damn trades. Maybe when we close below this level, right, and we start to go back up again, then we can re-enter again from here, and hopefully it's gonna work up that, around that time. But if that happens, guys, I want you to exit the trades. Don't wait for me, bro. Exit the trades. Don't look at me. Just re-enter the trade. Create a plan and re-enter the trade, but exit it. Your 30 still kind of like, ranging right now. We're currently at the key zone right here. Yeah, I think that should work out, but there's a massive play. It's currently sitting above the London eye right here and touching the 200 EMA. I think it's only right to actually short it, to be honest. So it would not make sense to not even short that kind of thing. Gold. We are in and go right now. So I think this is going to want to go up. This is going to, it's going to want to go down, honestly speaking. Because remember on Friday, right? If you remember on Friday, clearly, we were waiting for this area right here. Do you understand that? Go and watch the Friday stream. And Yeah, you can see. So we're looking at that area right there. So now that we are at that area, we are expecting like, all the way down, right? So no, I don't draw demand supply zones and stuff like that. No, I only kind of like, okay, this is what the previous IR, this was the IR, is it a lower high? Do you guys call it? I don't know. Lower high or whatever it is, but that was the last, kind of like if I do 1 and 2 here, this is gonna pretty much be the 50% area. Do you understand that? Let me do that right now so I can show you guys. Like it's kind of like, I'm good with visuals. Like I know where the 200 and where the 50% should be. Do you understand? Like if you look at this, do you see that? So you can see that, this is the area you should be expecting the reversal from. Do you understand? So anything around the area will reject back down. So luckily for us today, we can kind of like, anchor that to like, the previous daily high right there as a way of invalidation, right? So it's all about that, guys. Again, if this were to kind of like, climb above the PDH right here, it's good. That is good, though. Oh, hate? Damn, bro. We're seriously rejecting that much? Okay. Let's see. What is you doing? I really didn't expect things like this to take time. I think we should just, go down, honestly speaking. I don't see anything crazy happening, honestly speaking. $78? Oh, geez, massive billion back. We already saw what? We already saw $300 already. That was nice. I think we can still see that though. I think we can still see it. But we're not giving up so early. We're not giving up early like that. Again, like I said, remember, like, this comes down to what? I mean, this is a good, like, let's say if this, if the 200 EMA that is above the price right now were to be on that here, right, as a support, then we're going to take this rejection above the PDH, London low as a valid way to kind of like, go long. But because the 200 EMA is kind of like up here, I think this is going to be the worst case scenario right here. Do you understand that? So that's kind of like what I'm thinking. But the moment we fix above the 200 EMA, that's an invalidation. We should close. Again, the London high. But again, if you look at the, oh my God, our rejection was sick, bro. Again, if you look at the, oh my God, that was straight up back down to minus. Shit. Let's see. Okay, so let's look at the worst case scenario from the side of things. So this is gonna be the worst case scenario of where the pullback needs to end in case we're pulling back. So I'm just looking at the 4-hour red, right? So this is gonna be the worst case scenario, and let's look at the worst case in on EU. I don't think that's gonna go up very much, but this is the worst case scenario on GU right here to go back down, and I think my stop loss was somewhere around here. My stop loss is somewhere around here. So I think I'm pretty much still good, And if you think about it, like, just because we're down, but, we are still like completely up, like, $200 right here. So we're up $500 here, right? On the balance, we were up $500 right here. But because we already took a loss on the day, before we opened this new trade, that's why you can see that, even if we're floating to $50, this is floating 68. Because it's subtracting, like, it's daily P&L. So it's your daily profit and loss, even with all the loss and everything like that. So you might be floating to $42, but it's telling you that, bro, you took a loss today already. So Yeah, on the day right now, on the day you're only up $66. You get it. So let's see. Do you might actually pull back down? Like I said, do you understand? Like imagine you like this could actually kind of like start flushing back down right here, guys. It could start flushing back down. Why? So this is why I said this is not a situation where you're gonna like want to close completely, like maybe after a pullback or anything like that. You have to wait for a stop loss in this case because our invalidation will be complete fix above the trend EMA, and we can take the trade. You can exit the trade. What is your study doing? Okay, still going up. That's pretty much expected. Again, we already had like double information. We are playing this based on we're playing this based on what? Damn, this is the previous daily low, right? So we're opening it comes back down. This may not do that because we're already with this, but anyways, I don't know. I mean, we might want to close this right now though, just kind of like be safe and wait when it comes back below the London eye. You might want to close this one right here and be safe. Wait for the rejection back down, like wait for like a rejection back here like this and re-enter somewhere around here, and use this level as a stop loss. But when it goes back again, close the trade and exit. Don't try to retake the trade again, just like that. That would be how I will play it. But anyway, gold, however, if this also go up of here, you close it. But gold, I think this is still good. So we're looking at all the way down, bro. You know how gold is doing. You see that? That is just an amazing trade, bro. Yeah, nice for rejecting back down. Wait, how much have I been up on my big account? Oh, damn, bro. Holy moly. I've been up what? Damn, brother. Shit. Wait, you mean to tell me I was up, what, $3,000? That is crazy, bro. Let's see how they're gonna work out. Let's see. What is NZUSD doing? Oh, this is a really amazing trade today. Just a really amazing trade. Like NZUSD, you could literally target the lower band right here. So we're looking at what? You can literally target the lower band right here, guys. Pre-stop was above this level and target all this lower. Unfortunately for us, right? We already had two trades going on. I mean, I wouldn't even want to mess with like, ADUSD or SADUSD or anything like that. I wouldn't really want to mess with that. Let's just stop. Our shit goes in profit. Well, I'm not even aiming for too much, bro. Like, no, just go, I mean, like, well, I need 20 pips, bro. What the fuck are you doing? The fuck are you doing, bro? I think we can have a win. Come on, I need a win today. I think from tomorrow, I'm going to start streaming on Discord and we can now upload like, Discord stream. Then we're going to put it on YouTube. So guys, you should join the Discord, bro. We're going to start uploading on Discord because I want to have like quality recordings onto YouTube. Because when I watch some of my streams, it's kind of like, sometimes blurry, come back live. I know that's my connection. I don't know because I'm using Wi-Fi and I don't have like an Ethernet or something like that. cable that I can hook up directly to have the best stream quality, you know? So I'm streaming over Wi-Fi, and I have like 15 devices, like device on this Wi-Fi. So it is crazy, and I cannot turn up those devices because I use them like constantly. I'd rather stop that. I would rather stop my stream than disconnect those devices to stream. You know, I would rather not stream at all. So that's why it's good, you know, just live stream with everybody. You take it, we have fun. I record the pre-recording. I just put it on the YouTube. High quality like that, you know? I think that's going to be perfect. I think that'll be perfect. How much we are back again? Oh, we're back up to 24? Okay. I love it. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. Oh my God. My hands, bro. I like it. Like, you know, USDCHF kind of like, you know, break into the upside. I love that, bro. I really love one. You know, because I like, there is no, if you look at the candles, like there is no weeks, like we literally have no rejection on those candles. So it's kind of like, you know, just a valid, you know, proper close and pullback, you know, and continuation right there. So again, like if you look at the 6 hour, 8 hour right here, like, you know, it almost seems like, you know, I think we're going to hit full TP on USHF. I think we're going to hit full TP and then we're going to eat it. This should be good. Come on, USHR, we can do it. We want to push the key zone, bro. Just one more push. Like, you know, the key zone is literally right here. I'm not using the 4 hour key zones. I'm using the intraday key zones, right? Which is the intraday you can use, like key zones you can use to play every single day. It's right there for you to use, you know? It's right there. Yeah, it's right there. We didn't have any news today except NZD-USD. So I think NZD-USD might want to flush overnight. Maybe I might take some of that. Maybe I might take some of that, right? Because if we're gonna have that flush, but to do that, I have to close one position. You know, one position has to be at TP, honestly. If not, I cannot open a new position. You know, that'll be putting the entire position at risk. Or one has to go break even. So we can free up some risk and open the next one, you know? So you can literally have a tree running like that. But one has to be a break even first. To run a 3 positions simultaneously, one has to be a break even. US 30. Are we gonna be breaking? I love this. What's the candle right there? I can't really see it. Oh my God, shit, I'm like a bat. I can't see shit, bro. Okay, I love that. I mean, regardless, I still think it's gonna go down. I mean, the only bad thing on this trade is that we kind of like, the only bad thing on this trade is that we kind of like, fixed above the PDL, we broke it and we fixed back above. So, but I still do not see, I still don't see it. I think this is going to be down. I think this is going to reject down. So yeah, again, like I said, let it close below the London high, right? Then you can re-enter the trade. I gave you guys same thing. So this is going to be a good trade. You can see how I frame this trade. I put myself in a situation where I can close the trade really early because this is kind of setup that gives you that quick invalidation to play off of, right? So I put myself in a situation where I can close the trade and I can profit. And not only that, I put myself in a situation where I can now re-enter the trade even if I do close it. So this is the kind of setup that gives you both invalidation and reconfirmation at the same time. It goes up, we don't really like it, you can close it. Reject now, you can re-enter that because we really close a penny off that. Almost literally like, literally, I think if that was a few dollars above, break even, So that's just it. So you have to constantly put yourself in these situations, but not every single trade will give you this, conditions to play off of. But this particular trade, we have a way to spot quick invalidations, and if we do see a quick invalidation, we can close it. And we also have a way to reconfirm that trade and re-enter that trade. You understand? Like, that's just what it is. What is gold doing? Again, I said gold off stream. I told you we should short it right now. I don't trade gold. I already have 2 trades on it. I can over leverage its positions. If not, it's gonna affect the other position that I'm running right now because I'm kind of like, full risk on this. Like if you look at my margin right now, my margin is at $400. So no, I cannot open another trade on this. Do you understand? At 400%. That is a really tight margin. I would love 200 margin and stuff, but again, it's not worth it, because I really want to get this account to like $10,000. So I can show you guys now that the struggle is on YouTube. I can show you guys that, right? I can really show you guys that. But from $10,000, if you can grow to $10,000, you should not have a job, don't you think? You should not even be trading a prop firm, don't you think? No, you should not. If I get this account 5,000, you should be ashamed. We lost $1,300. We lost $1,300. $1,300. That's it. And it took me just one day to make $1,300 back. We lost $1,300 in the span of 24 days. And one day we made $1,400. And now if this trade works well, that's going to be $1,700. The moment I get to $2,000, I'm not risking $400 again. I'm not risking that. I'm just going to be risking $200, $150, $200, $150. So, but when we get to 5K, you should be ashamed. Now, what can I do with a 5K balance? If I was starting from scratch, bro, I could take, now I cannot buy FTMO right now because when I sold FTMO recently, now it sells 50K for $400. But I would look for a firm that pays me. But personally, I will not trade anything above FTMO because for me to get on profit, it means that I want to really leverage the margin, the leverage that comes with trading profit, which is what? The risk reward, spending $40 and getting like $10,000, $20,000 out of it, right? So for me, I'll have to work with a firm that can actually pay me that, and it is FTMO. I've done that with Alpha Capital. I lost, I made $8,000. They didn't even pay me that, But there's so many instances where I broke a rule that FTMO told me not to, but they still paid me, They still paid me. And it is crazy, guys. Like, it is crazy. So there's nothing. Like, I'm sold on FTMO. I'm literally sold, bro. So yeah, I'm not just playing a bunch of prop firms. Now, I'm not the type to play a bunch of prop firms. I think that's bullshit. I think you should play one and you should grow it massively. So yeah, what can I do with a $5,000 capital right now on my personal account? Well, I will tell you this. I want to get a 50K account for $400 when I can get a $100K account for $620 on FTMO. So I will take $620 out of that and I will get an FTMO, right? So while I'm trading the personal, I will just start risking 1K a day, 1K per trade. So 2 successful trades would get me to like $4,000, $4,000 and from there on. If I can get funded on that, the goal here is going to be to make $1,000 or $2,000, try to make that for like, to pay out. Right? So if you can add $4,000 to your personal capital, you should not have a job. Now you already have a skill. So even to like Do you think do you think I lack the skill if I take this account $5,000 or even 10,000? Do you think that no, like, I have valid reasons to not use preference, to be honest. Like, I would love to, but I cannot. After more, I cannot. I keep saying that. Like, I would love to use preference. I love the money that comes with it, but I cannot. I mean, I want to scale, right? Of course, I want to scale my trades. I want to scale my income, I want to do all that. But FTMO with 1%, I don't think that. So for me to consider that, now I have to buy like a 400K account once. That would be like, risking $2,500, $2,500, bro. Just like that. For 400K, maybe I might, but I think I would love to not risk that kind of money. Maybe when the live account, this account is maybe floating at $10,000 in capital. Then I can now say, you know what, every profit I make from then on, I'm going to stack that and I'm going to get like 20K account at a time, That is how you scale your income, bro. Like, that is really, so I can now say, you know what, I'm a work with FTMO restriction. I'm a risk, like, because again, if you actually get 400K, right? Now, if I'm using 1%, that's $4,000 a trade. Why? Like, if I have to do like, if I make 2% a month, like, that is $8,000, bro. $8,000, I get a commission of what, $6,800 a month. I shove that into this personal account again. That's how it grows, bro. That's a road to $1 million, bro. Like, that's literally a road to $1 million. Before you know, you've already stacked up like 100K outside of everything, And that is the goal of this. That is the goal of this. Look at gold, guys. I mean, like, come on, look at gold. You cannot make this up, bro. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up, bro. Look at that. Now, look at the USD kind of like fixing below the London low right now. And that's kind of like, still not the trend of the day, bro. So that's a play you might want to take. If you don't have no positions, if you have no positions at all, you can put a trade on there. You can put your stop loss at the London high right there. And the London high happens to be sitting above the previous daily high. So that is really good. That is really, really good. So now you're in a position to support invalidations really quickly. When we start fixing above the baseline, that's an invalidation. We're going to see how this play out. Today alone, we've been up like what? So now let me see. Look at this. You can see we're floating $400, but it's only showing $20 because what? Apparently, we have been in loss on the day already about $180 or so, which is why our account is sitting at $400. So we recovered that loss right now, and we are seeing our floating plus extra $20 on the day in general. So we've been up, probably like $500 already. But we need more, bro. We need more. We need that $1,700, bro. $1,700. We take that, I just have to raise $20 more to break $2,000, bro. $2,000. $2,000. $2,000. If I had $2,000, like when I was just starting out, and I could grow that like this, doesn't matter how many losses I took to get there, I already have it. Then you can, you can do everything. Like, there's nothing you cannot do. Just make sure you put yourself in a position where you don't run out of money. So use the risk that keeps you in the game. That is the thing. Most people keep using risk that takes them out of the game if it doesn't work out. But use the kind of risk that keeps you in the game based on your income flow. I tell you, today, in one of my investment, I woke up with $1,000 today. That is so fucking small compared to some other big traders, right? But for me, I made $1,000 just waking up. $8,000 just waking up, bro. Now that's where you guys miss the point. So when I'm risking, I know that I'm within my income range, right? Like the risk I'm taking is not affecting me. I can stay in the game so fucking long. So you have to use risks that keeps you in the fucking game, bro. That is the thing. That's all you gotta do to be successful. Like that is all you gotta do. You don't gotta do anything else. Just do that. Just do that. Stop all the motivation, stop everything else, and just lock in. Oh my God. What the? I feel like I'm being ripped off on this thing right now. I like my CPU is reaching 46% load. The fuck? I think I might have to beat a very, very powerful PC though. Maybe a much more powerful. I think my PC was powerful, but damn, bro. Gotta beat another one. Maybe I might beat a $10,000 PC Nest. I don't know. But before I beat a $10,000 PC, I want to have a badass home office, you know? Badass. You guys are gonna know what I'm talking about very soon. Gonna be a crazy man cave. Because I can. This is we're already an hour 17 minutes of the stream, bro. So we're gonna have to stop the stream right now. But as I told, we're running. So if you're on the Discord, you get notified, so you're not missing anything. I will see you guys tomorrow, and we're gonna talk about this update. Like if it didn't get a sale, maybe we might get a sale during the Asian section. I don't know, but we're gonna update this straight tomorrow and see how it end up working out. You know. So guys, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.